Hey guys, it's the Galactic Witch here, and today our video is called Wake Up, and it's all about boosting your awakening. So, before we get started, if you feel drawn, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. That way you can get more videos from me. Okay, so what is the awakening? Why do we want to boost it? So right now, globally, we are in a time of the Great Awakening. And, we've gone through awakenings. Sorry, I just look kind of weird going this way. Periodically throughout time. It has happened many, many times, and it'll continue to happen. But this one specifically is a little bit, in my opinion, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more. Like, if you wanted to be a little extra today, that this awakening wanted to be extra, but it's a really, really great thing. Now, with big awakenings, we have big transitions, big movements, big powers at hand. So that's why we're seeing all these things globally right now, is because we're in this awakening. So things need to shed away. They need, the truth needs to be brought to the surface. So that way we can shed away what's no longer serving us globally as a consciousness. Not so, like, when big turbulent things happen in our lives and we shed stuff away, big turbulent things have to happen in the consciousness globally to be able to shed away. Because one person can't shed away an entire thing for the globe, for the entire consciousness. It has to be a team effort. There ain't no I in team. Excuse me. So, moving forward a little bit. The awakening is leading us to this great positive time where manifestation is supposed to be easier, communication is supposed to be easier. We're supposed to feel more free and more loving and be in those, like the Hawkins scale of vibration. We're supposed to be on the upper half. So love, excitement, freedom, adventurism, all of those high vibration things we're supposed to be in. Now this is going to be there will be an opposite timeline, yin and yang. But the thing with this opposite timeline is it's slowly going to fade away more and more and more. So what I'm telling people, if you're worried that your loved ones aren't going to be on it, start promoting the same things in your home. Start promoting the same things to your loved ones. You don't have to, like, if they don't believe in this stuff and you think they're going to be like all up in the air about it, you don't have to tell them directly. Just be like, oh, you're having this problem. Did you try meditating about it? Did you try looking at their perspective about it? Positive changes like that. I do this a lot apparently today. But so just promote positive changes in your household and with your loved ones. Now, and honestly, one of the biggest positive changes right now that people can make is to watch mainstream media just a little bit less. Just because it's so instilled in fear, still as of this point. But that does not mean you don't need to be aware of what's going on. I think a lot of people are saying, like, oh, you can ignore it, it's not going to affect anything. But I really think being at least aware of what's going on, for me, is important. But I don't give into it. I'm not afraid of it. And I don't sit there and think about it every day, all day. I was getting waves of it, especially being an empath. It was like hitting me and hitting me and hitting me when this all first started. But since then I've had to put up boundaries to it. And so once I put up my boundaries, like, I can look at it now and I can look at it objectively and not emotionally. So I can look at it objectively in the way of, okay, this really sucks. I know I'm supposed to help fight for it, so I'm going to do this. But I also need to do this still. I can't just hop over and stay there. So I think being aware, but being very objective about it, and being very in your beliefs. So be very strong in your beliefs if you choose to pay attention to it, okay? Now, let me recap here. So we went over what the awakening is supposed to do, what the awakening is doing right now, and basically I'm going to talk about the awakening kind of like it's a person, just because it's a little bit easier to explain that way. So like what they did, what they're supposed to do, and different positive changes you can talk about with your family if they are not firm believers that the awakening is happening. So now you want to be on the positive timeline. And another way to look at that is, and this was something that a YouTuber I really like and I watch often, Aaron Doty, he was talking about in one of his recent videos, is the red pill, blue pill. So I forgot the name of the movie, but there's a movie that actually goes over the red pill, blue pill. It's a fictional movie, but as we've learned, most fictional movies have some sort of truth in them to help release some information to us subconsciously. So red pill is supposed to be mental power, mental clarity, happiness, basically everything you wanted. Blue pill is supposed to be the opposite, from my understanding. If I'm wrong, throw it in the comments, let me know. Let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's the way it was. So basically, you want to take the red pill, which would be that higher positive, like higher dimensional timeline. So you want to take the red pill so that way you can be on that timeline, and that will supercharge your awakening. That will supercharge your dimensional pull. That'll supercharge you in general, all that fun stuff. So now, ways to do this. Okay, first one, talk to your guides. So whether it's through meditation, it's just a, hey guys, I need help throughout the day, or just a mental, like, I don't really know what's going on, but can someone help me? Or I just want to know your name or who you are. Pardon me. Whatever you want to know, start talking to your guides about it. Ask your guides for dreams. That's what I was looking for, dreams. So meditation, just talking to them in dreams. Ask your guides questions. Ask them to present themselves to you. If you're ready for them to present themselves to you. They will not do that before you're ready. So make sure you're mentally ready if that's what you want. Ask them for guidance. Ask them questions. Ask them about themselves. Different beings, different personalities, different names. So yeah, ask them for that information. Now, the next one, and this is so important. Okay, the next one, and this is so important. Claim your power. Tell your guides that you are ready to claim your power. You are ready to be connected fully. You are ready to learn and expand. And you are ready to be 100% you. Now, you may not notice it right away, but after you claim your power, you will start to feel different. You will start to feel more whole. You will start to notice changes in your reactions and your behaviors. And honestly, it's a really, really beautiful thing to help you become more your authentic self. Now, in doing this, you also want to put up your boundaries. Or you want to put up your protections, so your shields. You want to make sure you're grounding every day, cleansing yourself, centering yourself, shielding yourself, okay? Now, I have videos for all of those out. So if I can remember, I will link them here, okay? Or I'll link at least one here, so that way you guys can get a head start. Now, the next one is watch what you eat, okay? Now, watching what you eat is so important because the higher the vibrational food, the better your vibration is. Lower the vibration food, the less your vibration is. So higher vibrational food is the less processed food. So it's the food that, like organic food, food that came from a local butcher or farmer, is most likely going to be high vibrational. Grass-fed food, so the food that isn't fed all that extra like gunk to make them fat fast and stuff like that. Fresh fruits and vegetables, water, water with the pH water. That is really good for you. I believe they do not recommend drinking it all day every day, but I also know that there are definitely people who drink it all day every day. So it's a personal preference, but that is really good for you. It's a really great way to get your minerals and vitamins and minerals for the day. So that's another thing. A lot of people have had really great results with apple cider vinegar. And then also being aware of your also being aware of just how much you're intaking, because if you're overeating, then you're kind of weighing yourself down, and you don't want to do that. Makes you feel icky, makes you feel bleh. And when you feel that way, that also can help lower your vibration. The next thing, stop giving into fear. So we already kind of touched on this with the mainstream media. And it doesn't have to be just mainstream media. Social media is becoming a mainstream media. So watching what you allow onto your page, allow onto your feed. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a lot of people who've been deleting people recently because they're not resonating with them. And they're like making standout posts about it. They're like, look, if you don't believe this, or if you believe that, or you have a problem with this, I'm deleting you, delete yourself, whatever. You can do that, or you can just do it peacefully. Not that they're not, but you can just do it and be over with it. But at the same time, you can also just not open that article. Don't read. If you see the president on there and you don't care, you don't want to read it anymore, skip it. Skip it. If you see the word death in it and that hurts you a little too much, skip it. Obviously, like I said before, I think it's important to be at least a little bit in the moment and aware of what's going on. But that doesn't mean it has to be all day, every day. And it doesn't have to be on your social media. It doesn't have to be the newspaper. It doesn't have to be mainstream media. I would just pick one and like once a week, chime in, find out what's happening, chime back out. And so stop giving into fear also counts for recognizing that there are powers out there that want us to be afraid, because when we're afraid, we're more easily controllable. The awakening will go the other direction if more people give into fear, and it will just turn into a more negative world, a more negative place to be in. And we don't want that. So when you're looking at things that are supposed to be fear-based, they're supposed to be instilling fear in you, just remember that this awakening is happening, and if we stay on the positive side, that stuff's not going to happen. Or if it does, it's not going to affect us the same way it's going to affect the people who are instilled with fear. As well as, it's just, we're trying to stop those things from happening. And so by taking the red pill, by choosing to be on this path, we are working towards stopping that. So you can think of yourself as a positive warrior. You can think of yourself as just a person that wants to be on the right side. You can think of whatever you want to be. It's kind of like a rebellion. Just know that you have this potential to choose which side you want to be on. And so it's time to take that potential and choose your side. Now is really the time to choose your side. And hopefully you'll choose the red pill, you choose the positive timeline. But now is the time, because it's happening. Okay, there's no more, oh, it's going to happen in a year, it's going to happen in 2 years. No, it's happening right now. And so it is time. Like, if you haven't already picked your timeline, it's time now. And So the next one is spread love, not hate. So what I mean by this is when you, for example, is when you see someone in the store and they're looking like they have a bad day, send them a little love. Just tell your guide to be like, hey, can we send them a little love to help brighten their day? Or when you're seeing negative article after negative article after negative article, instead of sharing those, try to share something positive. Try to share something loving or understanding. So like maybe you're seeing a lot of posts about death. Try to share something about the beauty of death, or like the transition, or the understanding, or try to share something funny like animals, cute videos of them. Animals are literally here to help us. Like they're not, but they are. They choose to be here to help us. And so when they choose to be funny and do something silly, like they want it to help us. And so choose to share those videos. Don't let those dogs and those kitties down. Share it. The next thing is stay open-minded. And here I want to touch on religion just a little bit. Just in case you didn't know, now you will. There are Christian witches. There are Christian spiritualists that believe in the awakening. There are Jewish witches and Jewish people who believe in the awakening. There are Hindu people. I'm sure there's probably some Jehovah's Witnesses somewhere that also participate in magic, and they have their own kind of version of the awakening, but they do believe in the awakening. And so basically every religion has their own little sect of people who believe in these things, if not the entire religion. So just remember that everyone has their own beliefs. Not everyone is going to resonate with what you resonate with. And that's okay. We're not supposed to all resonate with the same exact thing all the time. It's not to say they won't eventually, or, they might not have, maybe they already did and they've kind of moved on from it. They've expanded. But it's okay, because that's the way it's supposed to be. Everyone's journey is personalized. Everyone's journey is customized to their own soul and well-being. So in saying that, please try to stay open-minded. If someone doesn't agree with you, that doesn't mean you're wrong. That doesn't mean they're right. Doesn't mean either of you are wrong. It just means you're both at a different point in your journey. Next one, observe. Okay? And there's a quote from Buddha, I'm probably going to butcher, but it gets told to me quite often by a loved one. He just likes to remind me of it. Do not believe in anything that anyone else says, or even I say, unless it resonates with you. And it's, like I said, that's a quote from, or it's supposed to be a quote from Buddha, as long as I didn't mess it up, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. But so, do not believe in anything unless it resonates with you. Don't even believe in this video unless it really is hitting home with you. Take what hits home with you, leave the rest. Okay? And just know that it's probably going to hit home with someone else, and that's okay. Whether you're a parent and you need to be a little bit more open-minded with your kids, or a kid who needs to be more open-minded with their parents, or someone who feels like they're always being judged or feels like they're always judging, someone who just goes to the store and feels like that person just gave them a stank face and they want to send some love to that person because I'm not going to feel the hate from that face anymore. I'm going to send you some love in return to hopefully brighten your day, because I know this is probably not about me. She's projecting, he's projecting. So I'm going to send love back because I don't know you. Because realize a lot of things like that are just projections of people's day, projections of struggles people are going through. And so when we can recognize that it's not about us, they're not actually giving us the eyes or the face, it's really just their own struggles, it's easier for us to send love back. So recognize that projections are pretty much what people are doing all day long. And if we can send love back, that's going to help change it. Okay? So, those are my tips, tricks, and everything else that I can offer today for you to boost your awakening and to help you wake up. So let me know if you liked the video, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day, night, or whatever it is for you.